work like a motherfucking pork. Told him press start, I'ma go ahead and record. Push one button, I can close up the doors. Made a few million, give a fuck about the Forbes. Drippin' all the children, nigga, you just couldn't afford. I was in the trenches, rockin' Gucci in New York. BET for trippin', I think it in the war. Rub about the US, I pull up in the door. Travel like a tourist, had to flat up on a bar. Shots around 150, but they paid a little more. We ain't busy way, bugging bitches on the shore. We ain't gonna play, you with it or you sure. Smoking like a train, you can smell it in my pores. Cup full of codeine, you can smell it when I pour. All I drink is all. Gonna spend work like a motherfucking pork. Told him press start, I'ma go ahead and record.
Alright guys, welcome to the Creators Vault. I hope you enjoyed that intro as much as I enjoyed creating it with the flaming hot Cheetos and the flames coming out of my mouth. I actually got the inspiration from another YouTuber. His name is Eric Engstrand. So yeah, I'll leave his link down in the description as well. I just wanted to put my own little twist on it. So yeah, man, let's head into Final Cut Pro. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So yeah, let's drag the clip down in the timeline. Shrink the timeline a little bit so you can see everything. I like to lift my clip from the story timeline, or from the storyline as they call it. And yeah, so now let's go over to the part of the clip where we want to breathe the flames out. Okay, right about there. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Okay, and then after that, you want to go over here to your titles. You want to go down to Pixel Film Studios, Auto Tracker 2.2. I think it's about $30, so you do have to purchase it. We're going to click on Drop Zone, drag it down. And from here, you can actually scroll over to when you close your mouth. And you can actually trim it right there and get rid of the remainder of the drop zone. And I would go ahead and just trim the clip there as well. And let's zoom in so it's a little bigger so we can see exactly what we're working on. Now we can go ahead and close this as well so the screen is a little bigger. All right, perfect. So now we're going to click on Drop Zone. And when you click on Drop Zone, you want to go over here and click on the T so that you can see the editor. For starters, you want to make sure the control mode is on track mode. And then you also want to make sure you click on Apply Rotation Data. That way when you're tracking the fire flames, it'll track the rotation of my head, of course. All right, and then we're going to click on Track Editor to open up the track editor. All right, and then you want to drag this little red box over the point that you want to track, and in this case it's my mouth. I typically make the tracker box a little smaller, that way it's a little more precise. And then you want to go over here to track quality, bump it up to 100, go to tracking type and switch it to position, scale, and rotation. And then you want to hit over on this right arrow in order to start the tracking. It's pretty quick. And it should stop as soon as my mouth closes. That's why I trimmed it. All right, perfect. And then you can go down here to export data. It's pretty quick. Again, if you like these tutorials, please subscribe, follow, leave your comments, turn on your bell notifications, follow my Instagram at We5th. Really appreciate it. All right, and then what you want to do from here, you actually want to turn on the go back to control mode and switch it from track mode to on-screen controls. That way your actual drop zone will pop up. Now, if this didn't pop up, you actually want to scroll down to where it says drop zone on and off, and you want to check that arrow so that it turns on. All right, perfect. And now you want to open back up your files here, and you want to actually grab the fire flame. Let's see. I actually got this clip from, let me pull the YouTuber up. What's his name? I have it in my phone. Visionary Fire. I'll leave the link down in the description as well so you can get these fire effects for free, actually. I'm very grateful that they were free. All right, and then you want to actually go to the fire flame clip, and you want to retime it. I typically go right here and hit custom, and then you can just drag it to fit the actual same timing as the drop zone in the clip. Perfect, perfect. That looks good. All right, and then we're going to go back down to the drop zone, and we're actually going to scroll down to drop zone where it says no source. You want to click on this little box. This is how you add a image or a video into the drop zone. So from here, you actually want to go to the very beginning of the fire flame clip. That's a tongue twister. Fire flame clip. Maybe I should just say fire clip. But anyway, you want to actually click on the very beginning of the clip, and then you'll see it says apply clip. Bingo, you can now apply the clip. And let's go ahead and close this so we can see more of the actual video here. All right, and then from here, I believe you can actually get rid of this. You no longer need it. As you can see, it's now in the drop zone. It looks pretty good. Then we want to click back on the drop zone adjustment layer so that we can go back into the effects. From here, you actually want to turn the opacity down a little bit so you can see where the flame is going to be. And you want to drag the flame directly to the beginning of your mouth like so. And if you skim over, you can kind of see how it's going to look now. Look at that. It looks pretty good. Yeah. I will move it a little bit closer so that it looks like it's really coming out of my mouth. All right, perfect. Now, once you do that, you can actually go back down and you can turn the opacity back up. Now, you are going to have to tweak it to your liking. Every clip is going to be different, of course, but this is just kind of like the skeleton on how to do this effect. So yeah, now you want to turn the opacity back up so that it's a black box. Now I'm going to show you how to get rid of the black box, of course. So you want to go back down to drop zone. You want to double click on it so that this menu pops up. You want to make a new compound clip, hit OK. And then on this compound clip, you want to go up to blend mode, change it from normal to add, and bingo. Now you can see it got rid of the black box. Now this fire flame is a little like light, I guess. It looks like the opacity is turned down, which it really isn't. So in order to fix that and give it more of a what's the saturated look, I guess, you want to go up here to the color board. Looks like a little triangle. You want to go over to exposure. You want to bump up the highlights and the mid-tones. That looks a lot better. Okay, and then all right, that looks pretty good. And as you skim over, you can see it looks pretty good. Now, this is what we're going to do to actually sell this effect a little bit more. You actually want to duplicate the bottom clip, the original clip, and you want to go to the top duplicated clip, and then you want to go over here to your effects. If this window is closed, of course, you just click on the little two squares here to open it up. You want to click on, you want to type in mask so that your mask options pop up. You want to put a draw mask on it. I'm going to zoom in on the actual image a little bit more so we can see my face a little better. And then you want to draw a mask around your face like so. Shout out to my beard. It was not trimmed this day. But your boy still get girls. You already know how that go. All right, anyway. So yeah, you want to draw the mask around it. And then the clip that you added the mask on, you want to go back to that color board window. You want to turn the exposure up, because if I was really breathing out flames, then my face would light up like a fucking light bulb. So you want to make your face light up as if it's giving off that flame look. And then you actually want to add a little bit of orange in it as well. So we're going to go to color, drag this wheel over to the orange and red. You don't want to OD. If you OD, it's going to look like that. You don't want that. So you want to bring it down and make it subtle. Okay, then we're going to go back and hit the film strip to go back to our effects. And then we actually want to turn the feather up on the actual draw mask so that it'll blend a little bit more. Bingo, I like the way that looks. Also, you do want to trim the clip so that it starts when the actual flames start, because there's no point for your face to light up if the actual flames haven't started yet. So I'm going to trim that. Bingo. All right. And let's go ahead and zoom back out to make it fit the screen. Also, we do want the flames to kind of give off that flame look on the walls as well. So in order to do that, let's go back to our stock footage. We're going to grab the same flame clip and we're going to drag it directly over. Let's go ahead and retime it as well so that it fits. Okay. And then from here, you are going to want to turn the opacity down, or you can go to blend mode and hit add. Actually, let's go to blend mode and hit add. Bingo. And then you want to make this clip really big so that it takes up the entire screen, so you can scale it up. You can even go to transform and adjust it so that it's over the entire screen here. And then we'll hit done. All right. And then you want to add a Gaussian blur. So go down to blur and select Gaussian blur. Add that on. It just kind of mushes it up a little bit so it doesn't look the exact same as the actual original flame. All right, and then you want to actually go back down to mask. And this time we're going to add a shape mask because we don't need to get very precise. And then we'll turn the radius down on the shape mask so that you can actually see the shape mask. And then we'll move the shape mask to in front of us because if I'm spitting flames forward, then it's going to bounce off of the wall that's in front of me. Like so. All right, and then we're going to go down to the opacity and turn it all the way down. It's going to be very subtle, very, very subtle. Don't OD with it. Well, actually do what you want to do, but I'm not going to OD with it. I want it to be very subtle. And then as you see, when I hit play, there it is. Oh, that's still OD. Let's turn it down a little bit more. Very, very subtle. Unless that's the look you're going for. It's totally up to you. But you can adjust it to your liking. I think I like the way that it looks. And there you go. There's the effect. Plain and simple. Also, what you do want to do, this is very important. You do want to add some sound to it. That's really going to sell this effect. What I did was I went to YouTube. I typed in fire breathing dragon stock sound or something like that. And really good sound options will pop up. You're going to want to drag it up there and make it match the actual fire sound. And there you go. We're now breathing fire. If you enjoyed this video, remember, like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. If you have any suggestions on any different effects that you want me to do, leave it down in the comments. If you didn't like this video, leave it down in the comments. I don't care what you do. Just give the boys some engagement, man. And this is today's Creators Vault. Let's get it.